clarify, because we're getting some very mixed messages in my district. My district,
I can try.
main office said, no, there won't be Smarter Balance
Sure.
assessments next year. It's gonna be ACT.
It's just not black and white yet.
So they're not entirely correct either when they say it's for sure gonna be ACT next year for the 11th grade.
Well, so
2015.
to clarify that, you're really saying MME.
MME and yes,
Right, just to make sure. So MME or Smarter Balanced.
yes.
MME or Smarter Balanced. ACT will be there no matter what. But I don't know if it will be like a day off. I don't know quite what the schedule looks like, but the day where the kids all take it. They will take the ACT, meaning they will have the opportunity to take it. Whether we make them all take it or they do it on Saturday, one way or the other, ACT will still be around.
That was my understanding, but.
That is
what's
true.
What's being conveyed is a little different.
But MME versus Smarter Balanced.
Right.
So that could be the confusion. Because ACT will be a possibility.
They
Again,
just don't believe the Smarter Balancing. is gonna happen.
right. And so, again, if you go to your ACT conference or an ACT presentation, that's what they're saying. They're
It
saying,
depends on who you're hearing the information from,
yeah,
because MASSP is comprised, the majority of their membership is high school principals, but they also have secondary middle school principals that belong to that organization. And they're the folks, the group, the largest group that is screaming for it to be ACT Aspire, which would make up the social studies component,
Right.
for example. Same thing with science. Instead of our own Michigan-made,
Sure.
kind of version. And I think that is kind of also muddying the waters. Because I think that some of those folks are very confident that it's gonna go that route. So it would be 100% ACT. You'd have the ACT portion as people know it,
Right.
the current assessment, but then also the addition of the Aspire
right.
for the social studies and the science components.
But those are only for 3-8, these
Mhm.
higher fees, okay.
No,
Well,
no,
it's-
Aspire is all the way through 12th grade, they
Right.
have assessments.
Right.
Mhm.
I mentioned the 3-8 because ACT has all those other pieces already in the high
There's
school.
an 11th grade. Okay.
Mhm.
So to clarify though, with what you're referencing there, they are probably hearing that message loud and clear as right, everybody has to put their social studies hat on right now, right? Because you're hearing me say this based on what I know and who I'm talking to. And they're saying that based on where they probably have gone to an ACT conference. They've probably seen a person from ACT that has told them this information. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, they're hearing this information told as this is how it's going to be. So it's not that, I'm just trying to clarify that they might be reporting it accurately as they're hearing it, because there are voices that are saying it, are articulating, there will not be Smarter Balanced. They're not ready, they're disorganized, ACT will be here, we're ready, look, we've got some product. I actually saw the presentation myself. And I'm not here to judge one or the other. I just sat there thinking, who are you to say that Smarter Balance is ready or not ready? I know it's not out there, but it's brand new. Versus, anyway, so again, we got to put our social studies hats on and go with where we're going. To clarify, I don't want you to think that they're wrong in what they heard, because they probably are right in what they heard.
While we're down the little rabbit hole here.
Sure.
I just find it so ironic when state people argue that we're gonna lose local control. I haven't been
Sure.
teaching that long, but I remember when we used to have local control. And now the state's complaining about losing it to the Fed, we're gonna lose local control, and I say, we've lost it long ago.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think it's the state.
Well, I'm
I
talking
think
about
it's
the,
people, I think it's smaller entities of groups.
I see state representatives and legislators saying
Sure.
that, and I just find it hilarious.
Yes.
In a shoot yourself in the head kind of way. Anyway,
Yeah.
had to be said.
So please understand where that component, where what's clear is Common Core. So the content literacy and those components and raising the rigor. And honestly, here at Kent, and I know at Ottawa as well, that's been where we're moving in that direction anyway. And regardless of what the language would have been, there would have been more rigorous, these standards would have been what they were going to be. So Next Generation Science Standards is kind of in the same spot now that Common Core was. So they're going to have hearings and go through these things and then look at getting that adopted. Once that's gone through its course, then social studies will become a part of the mix. But I would say, as the question mark indicates, that it is a very undefined timeline to the point where they're not even going to give you milestones or markers. So, okay. Okay, so I think on that we're going to take about a 10-minute break, and then we'll come back. And when we come back, we're going to kind of really dive into the meat of it, and that will kind of set us forward, and then we should be done. Lunch will be at 11:30. Again, if you brought lunch or want to get lunch again, it'll be 11:30 to 12:30, and then we'll be back for the duration of the afternoon. So when we get back, we'll have about a little over an hour to really dig into this blueprint thing, and I think it's going to go really well. I like the context that was developed and put in there. And I didn't formally introduce Becky, but I told you she was coming, and obviously Becky has made it. So, and she was able to chime in on things. So anyways, thanks for a great morning. 10 minutes. We'll come back together. Thanks.